What's up, guys? This is Boomerang from Why So Golem, and this video we are going to do an in-depth analysis of one of the raids in the past war. If we have time, we might do two, but I don't want this video to go too long, so let's jump right in. All right. Let me go ahead and find the actual raid. Where are you? I think I passed it already. Oh yeah, there it is. Oblivion. So, okay. Let me go ahead and pause there. Alright, so, alright, get a screenshot of this. Go ahead and write on it. Cool. Should have stopped at the beginning, but alright. Anyway, so guys, we might start bumping more into these kind of bases that are not particularly symmetrical, that, you know, are going to be a little more sort of anti-3-star style. And this one kind of is. As you can see, the CC, the range for that one, I think, is literally right on the border. So, sorry for the awful line, but he's able to just trigger it here, Oblivion, through getting that Tesla that pops up there. It's a very smart move because those Hawks would have gone all the way almost into the mortar. So it's not that clever of a CC plays, but it's still difficult if you don't analyze it correctly, because I think if you came in from here or from here, most typical people will come in from those cannons, they're going to be outside of the range. So you're going to need to take out some substantial stuff out of the way. So let's go ahead and erase all that. Come on, back. All right, cool. So first of all, we're going to walk through the steps of how to analyze one of these bases, and really any Town Hall 8 base. First things first is you need to identify, you know, a lot of people go right into the, all right, where are the bomb spots? But I usually don't. I usually like to jump into, the very first step is, where are the air defenses? Because really, if anything can still be drag flooded, guys, I would opt for drag flooding. But you can tell, you know, 3 level 6 air defenses, centralized, sweeper aiming this way. You really can't come in through the side. You're gonna have to come in through like a side, something like this, but it's not really gonna work out. It's far too difficult with dragons. I'm not saying it's not possible, it's just too difficult. So taking that out of the account, the next thing we do is, well, what other raids do we have in our repertoire? And that would be either hog raids or go wipe. Now, a lot of people, again, most clans would see, you know, most Town Hall 8 players would see this kind of base and they say, no dragons, go wipe. Just go wipe the whole base and hope for the best. Now, something you guys have to realize is that with go wipe, you need something that is not as compartmentalized. Now, we can analyze that really easily, right? So the first compartment is right there. Right, compartment number 1. Then, you know, obviously any compartment counts as a compartment, so make sure you count everything. These has some pretty big compartments, so, you know, I gotta say it's not as bad of an idea to go wipe it if it has a few compartments. It's number 5. Sorry, that would have been 4, but let's just do this one, number 4. Number 4, number 5. Sorry if I'm getting a little sloppy, just trying to do it quick. Number 6. In fact, that one extends all the way down here. It's one big compartment. Is that number 6? Sorry, guys, I'm just blanking out here. Number 8. And that's in number 9. Now, the way I look at it is most of the compartments that happen to be like these, number 8, 5, 2, and 9, with the mortars inside, I don't typically count them as a compartment because, you know, if there's like an arch tower or something in there, or a cannon, I think it's a usually pretty takeout, especially once you come in with like wizards or whatever. So the problem is these are mortars, guys. And the problem with mortars is that once you come into the base, if, like, let's say, and sorry if I'm deviating here a little bit from the original Hawk plan here, but if I'm coming in, say, from here with my golems, your golem is gonna, let's say you magically somehow break through here, you get through that cannon, and you have, say, 2 golems. Your golems are gonna tend to go, they're gonna go this archer tower, and then they're probably gonna go and they're gonna trigger this Tesla, and they're gonna veer to Tesla. So all of a sudden, your golems are gone to the side, while all your troops are funneling into the middle. And if you have wizards there, sorry guys, my bad. If you have wizards there, guys, that are coming into the center, they're gonna come right into the line of fire of these mortars, because remember, mortars have an interesting what's it called, range. They don't they can't affect your troops in this kind of space. So this is why it's a very clever setup for the mortars. So really, I wouldn't, this is a base that, a lot of people say, like I say, would like to go white, but your squad could easily be squashed anywhere you come in through the base. I mean, really, even if you come in through here to the bottom, the same thing's gonna happen. Your golems are probably gonna go, once they go into here, they're gonna get stuck behind this wall, while this mortar literally takes all the shots above the golem. So again, not very conducive base for such a thing. So really, I know a lot of you guys sometimes ask, well, what's a good base for go wipe? So you really, my thinking is none. No, really, any base can't, any base can be hogged. So why would you go with go wipe? I would say a base that would be primed for something like this would be if, for example, and actually there is a way that you can make this into a go wipe base. It's still risky, but the way that I would do it is I would take 4 earthquakes and quake. In fact, let's go ahead and browse here, make it brown. I would quake this area right here. Quaking that area basically opens not just that little compartment, but it basically makes, let's go ahead and go back here to our normal color. It actually makes this entire compartment, in fact, all of this, because it would quake all this, without that. It will make that gigantic compartment open. Now, that we're talking, I go wipe might be interesting. So, something like that, guys. But then again, you use 4 quakes, you're down to only 1 regular spell and 1 more dark spell. So I don't think it's the best idea, in my opinion. So anyway, that's just kind of some of the thinking that you can go through if you really want to do go wipe. And I still encourage everybody to still not to completely discard it, because there are some bases that are definitely primed for that. Now for hogs, as usual, things we look for is, are there any spots that could be double giant bomb spots? So we look for any empty spots like this. This is single bomb. I'm going to put a 1 or Tesla, whatever it is. There's a 1 single spot there. There's a 1 single spot. A lot of people say, well, isn't that 2? Remember, a bomb or a Tesla uses a 2x2 space. So you guys can see, for example, here on the right side, that's a 2x2 space. Not a very good drawing, but you guys get the idea. That's a, let's go ahead and erase that. That is actually a 2x3 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So not, can't fit there. So let's go ahead and continue. So one bomb there. There is a really weird spot here. I really can't tell, but I don't think you can fit 2 in there. I think it's only 1 lone bomb spot or Tesla. It looks really weird. Then this is where it's getting interesting. This area, you actually have this large 2x4. So yeah, that definitely is a double bomb spot. And we're gonna mark that with red. Now, when we're saying it's a spot, it doesn't mean it actually has double bombs. All we're saying is that it's a possibility. Same with this. And I think, in fact, this whole area could have a spot. All that could be bombs. So, it's pretty hot spot in all this. And I think we have 1 more regular spot here. It could be here, it could be here. It's only one basically. So we're gonna go ahead and, sorry guys, all this erasing stuff. It's a one spot. All right. And oh yeah, well I forgot this one, the one that Hiri triggered. That would have been one spot. So you guys can tell that that spot is gonna be the same as this spot. So yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 available spots for bombs or Teslas. I remember there's 3 Teslas and there's 3 big bombs, and there's 3 spots right in and several spots in the middle where it could be double bombs. Now, a lot of you guys would see this, and then all of a sudden you think, oh gosh, well if it has that many possibilities to be that many bomb spots, then you know how do you handle that? How do you go away? Well, it doesn't mean that because a base has double giant bomb spots that it's not hoggable. In fact, a lot of people make mistakes when they make their bases. So I would not be discouraged by this. And we're going to analyze each of the spots really easily. You can break down the space, and we're going to use the spool marker to kind of analyze each of the spots. So, and this is just theoretical, right? If you have hogs coming through here, once they make it through there, they're gonna run into the bomb, no matter what, no matter where they go. Whether they go here or they go there. In fact, they will only go to one spot, and that is to this guy. So they're going to run over the bomb. Or if there's a Tesla, they're gonna stop there and they're gonna continue pathing. So, if that's a spot for a bomb, you can easily cover with a heal spell. Things like these guys, they're not as concerning. Now, the other things that you can ask yourself is, well, is this cannon, can we take it out with balloons? Is this range covering partially there? If it's not, then you can easily drop a couple of balloons right there. And maybe if it's even just barely within range, it won't be able to fire quick enough to take down the balloon. The 2 balloons, that is. So you basically eliminate, it's what we call in Clash of Clans, a lot of in upper Town Hall 9 and 8 bases, we tend to call these exchanges. And when you do balloon exchanges, we call this a 2-for-1 exchange. You exchange 2 of your balloons for 1 of the defenses. It may not seem that appealing, but trust me, it actually becomes very useful. So you can basically a 2-for-1 exchange for the defense, but you essentially wipe this spot out because your hogs will never have to path through there ever. I mean, just think of the possibilities here. Let's say you come in with hogs through here, they path here, and then from there they're likely going to path here or here, and then from there they're going to path here. No, and they don't trip the bomb if that cannon's gone. Let's go ahead and erase all that. And if they come in through somewhere over here, like they did here, path to here, to here, to here, to here, nothing. Obviously, this is considering that's a bomb spot, okay? And now, sometimes when you do the 2-for-1 exchange, it could be a scenario in which that happens to be a Tesla, and well, you're gonna lose your balloons. But you know what? At least you know that you have sort of cleared that space. And like I said, in a lot of first attacks, you won't be able to tell, and you might be surprised, and you may end up not 3-starring the base because, you know, maybe you misjudged what it could have been. So anyway, we can erase that. So we can, and you know, this is how we make a war plan. We're assuming we're doing this from scratch. So we are assuming there is a single bomb there. Assuming that, we can already pencil in easily one thing here. We're gonna pencil in 2 balloons, 2L, right there, easy. In fact, this cannon down here is also barely in range to that, it's in range of the Archer Tower, but it's barely in range of the air defense. So this is also a target for a 2-for-1 exchange, so 2 loons. And likewise, this one, the air super's facing the other way. No, and this one in fact is completely out of range. Another 2-for-1 exchange. Cool. So basically, you're able to take out 2 bomb spots right there without any effort, without heal spells, nothing. So you won't be able to path, you won't even need to path, not even through that cannon. So basically, your hawk pathing is gonna look something like this. So guys, it's something that you have to get used to, kind of seeing sort of the how these raids work. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and erase all that. Okay, so now that we've taken those spots out, in fact, we're gonna mark them out like this. They're eliminated. In fact, this one, I doubt that's a bomb. Even if it is, it will be kind of, I think it will be a weird spot for a bomb. So anyway, this spot right here could be a Tesla, and I'm willing to bet it is. There's really no reason for that being a bomb. Same thing for this side. If we remember that space was empty. So those spots are guaranteed Teslas. And then same with the top one, guys. I mean, it's this space breaks down so easily. I mean, people make it so obvious what the Teslas are. I mean, it's just, why in the world would you put a bomb there? There's just no, you can easily path away from it. You don't even need to come in. You come in through here and it's gone, and you never even trigger that bomb. So now that we figure out where the Teslas are, and we're gonna pencil those in, you guys already saw once, it's kind of like cheating, but nonetheless, we'll do it here. Let's do orange for Tesla. T for Tesla. T for Tesla. T for Tesla. All right. So we have all three Teslas figured out, guys, and all the whole south side, all the south side bombs eliminated. So really, it's only the core. So we know that if there are bombs here and here, that sure as all heck, there's only capacity for 1 or 2 bombs here. I really doubt they're gonna put all in the center. Here's why. If we come in, and here's why you shouldn't be worried about it in the center. Let's say you come in with your hogs through here. Hypothetically, they're gonna go through here to here, and then the next natural spot they're gonna go is here. What's wrong with this bump spot, guys? This bump spot is eliminated because there's no way your hogs are gonna path to it. There's just no reason for them to. Even if some of your hogs go this way, the next step is not gonna be back this way. The next step is here because it's shorter of a hop for them. So that spot, guys, just does not make sense. Now, does that mean that these guys are not putting the bombs there? No. I mean, they could put them there. They could be idiots and completely just ignore, typical Clash of Clans pathing. But what I'm saying is that if there is a bomb there, there's no real reason for you to worry about it because they're not gonna pass through it. So it's not a viable bomb spot. You shouldn't even worry about it. Then now the one where it gets interesting is if you come in with hogs through here, we're assuming the path here. Now, let's say this was staking out. Now your hogs will need to pass through here. Now that is a possibility, and that could be a double bomb spot, and it could mean your hogs are completely wiped out. But here's the problem with that, is that the bomb actually, once we look at the bombs here, is that one's located in this quadrant and one is right up here. Depending on how your hogs path over it, they may not even trip that bomb below us, right? This one. So again, I don't think, and then the chances that you're taking out this side and this side simultaneously are very, very, I don't think it will be conducive for a raid because you'll be splitting your hog base, and at that point you'll be doing a more horrible hog raid than actually having to worry about the bomb spot. So the other reason why I don't think it is a viable spot, it's very much like this spot right here. It's these are supposed to be the covers, for the bombs, but there's just no way they're gonna path over this. That's the only way that those double bombs are gonna trigger, right? In fact, like I said, even this one I don't think would trigger because it's also so far back. So really something to consider also for you when you do your base building. So I'm pretty confident to delete that as a bomb spot. And the last one is here, guys, right here in the center. I think that's even worse of a bomb spot. This one there, you would never path over that with your hogs. So again, another one that's eliminated. So there's only one spot left, guys, that we have to analyze, and that's, if there's what if there's 2 bombs here? What if one of these that we crossed out is not a bomb? Maybe it's a Tesla or something else. Well, if there's double bombs there, guys, rest assured, you're never gonna path over them at the same time. And most of the people that raided this base actually, they come in through here, and they come in with some sort of mini Chinese wall here because they know there's a Tesla here. It's kind of obvious. Then when those hogs pass, these are gonna go to the mortar. These guys are gonna go here, and then eventually here, and they're not even gonna trigger it. And then when they hop over this wall, over to the air defense, they will trip this bomb. But if you have a heal spell right here, there's no reason for your hogs to die, and that bomb right here on the right side is just ignored. So even then, guys, even if yeah, sorry guys, close. Sorry, I'm making a mess here for you guys. This is Tesla. All right. Even if you come in through here and you go through here and your hogs somehow split, one I said here, because there's like a wall here, like an imaginary wall, so they would have to take about the same distance. They're equidistant. They would trigger 2 separate sets, and even if, and I doubt that the hogs going to this archer tower would set anything. So again, like I said, it's not really I don't think any of those are in play. So guys, now that we have it all figured out, we know that that is a bomb spot, but we know it's only one likely there that you're ever going to trigger. So we know that there's only one that you're probably going to ever trigger in this whole raid. So you know that the only place that you have to be careful when you heal your hogs is right here, because the wizard towers are next to it. If you let that bomb trigger and you don't have them healed, all that wizard tower has to do is hit twice and bye-bye hogs. So guys, that's pretty much it for the breakdown. I mean, there's really nothing to it. Bases like these look intimidating. They can be a little nerve-wracking to go into, especially if it's the first raid. Oblivion went in here and he got a really good try on a two-star 97%, I believe, and just ran out of time. Guys, if you're well prepared like he was, you can do it. You can make it through without any problems. The other thing too is, something that we should consider is, once we know where we're going to come in through, I would say ideally here, most people opted from the top here into these defenses. And that's because it funnels so nicely into the base. Like everything just runs right into the center, and taking the center out basically allows you to just, after you take out the center, this raid is over. So basically, once we have that planned out, we're gonna say entry line here. We just have to plan how you kill the CC, and we find out that if you come in with hogs through here, they're gonna lose the CC. Now, a lot of people again they're not sure how or where exactly to kill the CC. I think we all have gotten pretty decent with killing it, but I would say that what you want to do is you want to place your CC kill squad behind the line where your hogs are planning to come in. So here, if you want to preserve most of them, I would say go on and lure the CC over here to this top side. In fact, all the way to the corner. You have time. Take your time. Lure it through here, and then drop a barb or 2 to be able to lure it up here. I think he kills it here, which is fine. In fact, it's not that terrible because he's able to take all this junk out without ever getting hit by this mortar or this archer tower. So it's still not a bad place to kill it. This raid, just as it's done through that side, I believe you can probably enter through here too and be successful. Really, there's many places that you can come in through. So that's it, guys. So we're gonna go watch real quick Oblivion's raid. You guys can see how he kind of played out. You saw in the highlights video Selasi's attack on number 3, which was very good, and you're able to see through it how it was done for a 3-star. But I want to highlight Oblivion's video. Sorry, this is the current war. All right. Where's Oblivion? There we go. So we're gonna speed a little bit through just how he lures the Clan Castle. There's a couple hogs just to make sure they don't get creamed. Kills the CC on that hut, like I mentioned. Nice CC kill without using the poison. Comes in with the hogs from the top. Now, he doesn't go with he has loons, but he doesn't come into the bomb till later. I would say in this scenario, you do want to come in through the bottom. Triggers that one bomb right there. No biggie. Hawks are still alive. You know, at this point, he's taking out most of the core. That heal on those Hawks, I would say on the right side, I don't know. I didn't like that placement of the heal, but it's okay. It's not bad. He's kind of running out of Hawks here on the south side, banking on his loons to take everything out. Should have dropped loons here a little bit faster. You can tell that basically it's able to take out most of the outer defenses. I think little too late there. Had he taken those out early on, he would have probably saved more Hawks. Saves his CC Hawks for the end, which I am not a big fan of. You know, Oblivion tends to do that just as insurance, but you have to remember that and see how they have to go all the way to that cannon. So I would really say don't save your Hogs. Something you have to realize is when you do a hog raid, just a straight hog raid, even with loons, is that your CC hogs, the 5 hogs that you bring in that are maxed hogs, are so much stronger, can take more hits, and can do so much more damage by themselves. But if you send them in with your general pack, or you know, and send them in, you know, not necessarily with all of them together, but somewhere where they're gonna support more, they're gonna do more damage than if you send them kind of by themselves like he did here. I'm not saying it's a bad play. Everybody has a different way of deploying it. It's just had he done that earlier, maybe he would have saved another 5 hogs or whatever, and would have had enough to finish out the space. So you'll see that he basically just runs short of time. The hogs die. You know, there's just not enough juice left, and you know, just 96% 2-star. It's very commendable for a first try on a base. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching this in-depth analysis of this base. I know that some of these are going to be a little long and maybe a little tedious, but this is to show you guys what you need to be thinking about when you're about to raid any base. It doesn't mean it's a hog raid. As you can see, we kind of walked through the steps of, okay, can this be a drag flood? Okay, can this be a go wipe? Or can this be a hog raid? Any base in Town Hall 8 has obvious weaknesses, big weaknesses that you can exploit. No base is perfect. Even our bases are difficult, but it does not mean that they are impossible to 3-star. So, you know, every base, I would say, don't take it seriously. Even if it looks easy, plan it. Drawing like I did, it'll take you 5 minutes to realize what the bombs are, and once you draw it, you're gonna realize, hey, you know, maybe there are ways to avoid him. A lot of the really good hog raids don't even trigger that many bombs. Maybe they triggered 1 bomb or something. So there are ways for you guys to go ahead and eliminate a lot of the threats and really turn something that would have been a hard base into a piece of cake. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all the support. Please, you know, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And if you do, just like the videos, and you know, please give me some feedback. I would appreciate it. This is all for you guys. I'm not doing this for me or for glory or get 1,000 subscribers or anything. I'm doing this to just help you guys because I want our clan to succeed. So if there's anything you'd like to see as far as new content, maybe a base to analyze, that or maybe if you want to see some sort of series on farming, I don't have, you know, I don't really farm much anymore at a lower level at this point, so I'm not that great. But if you guys post your raids and stuff like that, I can totally you know, don't post the raids when you're bringing in, like, you know, 400k each resource from just pumps and mines. If you do a serious like farming raid, post it, guys, and let me know, hey, I would love this raid to be posted for a video and maybe analyze it or something. I'm open for anything. If you really want more content, let me know. If you want less content, that's fine too, so you don't have to watch it. So all right, guys, y'all take care, and we will see you in the next Town Hall 8 base analysis. Bye.